Remember those days back in the early 2000s when we had games like Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid, the games that actually broke the boundaries of the gaming experience. So back in the back then, in the early 2000s when we were kids, we were playing those games, and it was so much fun. And the experience that we were getting was beyond the ordinary, because the games themselves, they weren't like typical games. They were more like films,
Right.
with an element of interaction. And exactly that feature made them so desirable and so unique. And since then we were thinking about maybe one day to make a short game or a short film that will be similar, and we'll be using 3D graphics, real-time 3D graphics, in order to get the same feel to it. 15 years have passed, and right now we have all the possibilities for creation of that sort of projects. So the project that we're making is going to be using affordable technologies, namely Kinect's open source 3D software, Blender. We see that just over a decade, drastic changes happened in the 3D making, the filmmaking, and whatnot. We definitely want to use those technology to get as much aesthetics out of it as possible. Primarily, this project is is prompted by the advent of affordable
Technology.
mocap, right?
And the mocap
motion capture.
specifically.
But also, the game engines today are quite affordable. There are game engines in Blender. In fact, the Blender game engine is the one we're gonna use. This project that we're doing is gonna be similar to Silent Hill in the way it's gonna feel and look, but plot-wise, it's gonna be a whole different paradigm. Our main goal is to tell an interesting story using this medium. When we thought of what this story we could possibly tell using this medium, we thought of something mysterious similar to Silent Hill. However, Silent Hill is not as interesting to the adult audience as it is for teenagers. Those monsters and things like that. What we thought could be an interesting option is to explore some giants of film industry back in the past, back in the day. Like Tarkovsky is one example. If you remember the movie by Tarkovsky, Stalker, it is quite a unique experience. And we thought that since the movie itself is minimalistic, the settings are quite minimalistic, dialogues, the camera work and everything, yet it conveys a very unique aesthetics, very unique feel to it, and very unique and also deep message behind it. We decided to make a sequel, so-called sequel to Tarkovsky's Stalker, because we thought that Stalker itself, the plot of Stalker, is not quite elaborated. It's not quite studied well, you know. The whole universe that is created by the film is not explored. It's not fully explored.
Yeah, it's not fully explored.
We decided that yes, we can actually make it a story that will fit into this universe, and yet we also wanted to make something deeper than, than a regular movie maker can afford with all those fancy graphics. We wanted to focus not only on graphics but also on the plot, on the values, and things like that. Therefore, this project is technically a sequel to Tarkovsky. And more specifically, it's a study after Tarkovsky. It's since we're film students, we have to have a favorite movie director and person whose style we want to understand better, whose style we want to study thoroughly.
And we've chosen Tarkovsky's. It's because I guess he's the one. He's the filmmaker who's struck us with his unique approach to filmmaking, and we would like to learn from him. And this project is going to be this learning put into practice.
At the end of the project, we're gonna have a 30 to 40 minutes film where we're gonna explore this Alaskan territory in a town so-called Hope,
Or rather, an analog, imaginary analog to the city of Hope,
yeah,
to which we have never been to.
and we decided to choose the U.S. As the setting for this movie because we wanted to transfer this experience that a viewer can get from the movie Stalker, like in a foreign country, and move it to the familiar country with make it more like cosmopolitan in terms of like so all of the people can partake of this film experience. Also, we wanted to tell a story of a woman who is a single parent. She goes to the zone because she is uncertain of the future. She doesn't want to know what the future holds for her. She's pretty miserable. She only wants a miracle, pretty much, but yet she's within this stage of not being so sure what she's really wants to do, whether or not she's ready to give up all hope, or there's still something that she can do. And she's a single parent, that she is also very poor. She has to provide for her daughter. She's in a state of depression.
She needs a miracle in her life. So, as well as other characters. The other character would be just some random person, literally. He's gonna be called passerby, and that person is just a layer of the society, of the intelligent people who have all the requirements for better living, but who are, as well as are in depression, and who are looking for some meaning. I don't know. So he's somewhat a philosopher. So and this at least these two characters, they provide a great foundation for the exploration of the theme of hope,
the theme of miracles
and miracles too,
mystery, that there is almost like this magical place where all your dreams come true.
We're artists. We've created the storyboard. We have sketched every character. We modeled it. We've created everything from scratch.
So regarding the pledges, if you contribute $50, you will, upon the completion of the project, you will receive a DVD box with the movie, If you contribute $100, you will receive the DVD as well as a T-shirt. And if you contribute $150, you will receive all that, plus you will receive a set of tutorials that will explain how we made what we made, as well as what difficulties we faced along the road, so that you, if you're interested, can create your own project with the knowledge that we possess.